Tens of thousands of football fans came to Highbury. Electrifying.
Yes, guys, I'm going to try and remember it off the top of my head because I normally read it. Yes, guys, welcome back to the unbreakable, the unmistakable, and the always lateable TCP Live, coming at you live at 7:30 p.m. every Thursday evening. There's a link here and then available ad-free on YouTube memberships and Patreon. Insert silly joke into the podcast.
So you're getting back into the groove of it.
Yeah. I forgot the whole structure of the instant reaction, the first instant reaction I came back. Forgot headlines. Forgot to do first half, second half.
I mean, you've basically been out for a year, haven't you? The last time I spoke to you was a year ago.
It was a year ago. How are the kids?
All good. I'll tell you what, I was causing some absolute mayhem last week. Me and James on
What
TCP
I did catch some of the comments. What happened?
Oh, it just went off a tangent. Like we were doing something, but then we went to somewhere else. Then we went to somewhere else. I thought, you know what? We're going to keep exploring different avenues and just see where we get to come 9 o'clock. When we came to 9 o'clock, we were like, all right, what did we actually just talk about? And then we ended it.
See, this is why you need the paternal influence.
Absolutely, yeah.
Welcome back to the Cannon Podcast Live. I hope you are splendid, splendiferous, stupendous, splifftastic. No, that's a different thing. I hope you are very, very well. We are back. We're going to talk Brighton. We're going to talk Max Dowman. I've got a very good point I want to make. It's not particularly good. I just want to talk about something a little bit more tactical this evening. Oh, you'll like that one. We want to talk about Burnley. We want to play higher or lower. We want to take your questions, as always. And we've got to start off at 10 as well. But Rohan, first and foremost, how are you? No, how really are you?
Fantastic. What I will say, though, is it's absolutely freezing, and I don't like it. It's absolutely freezing out there. Like, it hit me today where I was like, right, I'm going to have to wear my coat now. Actually going to have to wear my coat. And it's a disgrace. So, that's annoying. Apart from that, I'm vibesing. We are in flow state.
We really are.
Literally, right? Every pod is just simple. It's just so easy.
I miss the days of us just constantly problem solving and going like, yeah, but if we did this and there's nothing. There really is nothing.
It's like, all right. So I don't know about you. I was thinking about it today. Okay, I'm going to get you really excited in all areas, right? All areas. I was thinking about this at work. So we got Burnley and Sunderland, right? Sunderland are doing all right.
Carry on.
All areas, it certainly gets me excited. Right. Burnley and Sunderland. Sunderland are doing great, but okay, come on. Right. We lock in. We got to lock in. Got Burnley and Sunderland. Man City got Bournemouth this weekend. Liverpool got Aston Villa. Then they play each other next weekend. I'm looking a little bit too far ahead, but I'm thinking, it could be glorious.
And I've been playing games of like how much further ahead could we be in certain scenarios? Like say Odegaard was available the whole time, or say Havertz didn't get that in. Like we could be further ahead.
Yeah. but equally, right? We could look at it the flip side and think, oh, if Martinelli doesn't score that goal against City, if Raya doesn't make those crucial saves against United, if we don't score those late goals against Newcastle, even though we deserve to win, I'm happy. I'm happy where we are.
Negative Nelly.
Where we are.
Negative Nelly. Get him out of here.
So good.
We are good. Let's talk to some people in the chat. Snob says that's a thumbnail. Yeah, let's start with thumbnail check because we normally give thumbnail check a bit of air.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start tonight with thumbnail check, which, by the way, is it's just. It also, I'll tell you why this is good as well because it strokes my ego.
Yeah.
This is straight in the ego, and you all know if you wanna please me. I'm such a sucker for a compliment. You know when someone's like, "Oh, you're brilliant," I'm like, "I like you now." Like,
do you know what it is, though? Like, so I always read all the comments on every video. Every time you do get a compliment, it feels so good, doesn't it?
That's a lovely little dopamine rush. You got a little Rohan's analysis today was top class. Did you see that one?
What do you mean?
There was a comment on a recent pod being like Rohan's analysis is top class, and it had like 15 likes or something. I was like, yeah,
Oh,
it is.
I'll have a look at that. I'll be tucking into that.
So because that's stroking my ego, and I don't know who that is, but I'm going to say the words Brock Lesnar and assume. Is that right?
Where?
Is
What do
that
you
Brock Lesnar?
What, in the picture?
No, that's me. But as in, is that meant to be Brock Lesnar and me?
Wait, can we slow down a minute? I'm lost. Can you start again?
Oh! For
Wait,
goodness gracious! Thought I was sharing my screen.
Oh, I was thinking, what are you
Sorry.
talking about?
Can you see that? I can't
Right.
share my screen.
Can you not?
The browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen. See if this continues. Can I send you? Can you share your screen? And I'll send you the thumbnail.
On WhatsApp?
I'll just do it on WhatsApp. Sorry about that.
Or could you send it on Twitter?
I can.
Yeah.
I can do that, Rohan.
I wonder if I can see it.
Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen the whole time. That's probably why you got confused.
I was thinking, why are you talking about Brock Lesnar? I was like, you like
What's happening last
WWE,
night?
Alex?
Why is it happening? Everything happens for a reason, Rohan. Why can't I share my screen? Is this the universe telling me that I should give it all up and go and live in Peru?
What's the capital of Peru?
Lima.
Good lad.
What's the capital of Venezuela?
Oh, I'm not sure. What is it?
Caracas.
What's the capital of Cyprus?
Stathlet's Flats. I don't know.
Nicosia.
Alex, here we go, Nathan. Now we're talking. Alex deserves credit for recognizing the tactical shift of the Prem. He was the first I saw talking about it and was 100% correct. Thank you, Nathan.
Oh, how did that do? Was that like...
That was straight in the veins. I will say, we're going to get into some football conversations in a second. Stop having fun. The thing I will say is Mikel noticed it miles before anyone, and then everyone else, and then probably in the end I got there and said it on a podcast. But that's a good thumbnail.
Right, okay. It's not Brock Lesnar, it's Triple H, I think.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Well, even
Did you watch wrestling back in the day?
No.
I
fell asleep during WrestleMania and Tom Hill drew willies on my face. And I didn't like it. And I got quite annoyed. And so ever since that day, I think I was 15. And I've gone, I don't like wrestling.
Mate, wrestling, I'd say 2005 to 2012, I liked it more than football. Absolutely loved wrestling. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, well, I was a Bournemouth fan and singing and dancing. So exactly.
Yeah, and I was
I think that's you are a Leicester fan. I think that's a 10 out of 10. I think if I have to give a 10 out of 10, it's everything. I also love the ones that are actually good fun. Like they object. No, that's you and me. I think.
Is it?
I think so.
I thought it just looks like a young you, but with the mustache and the beard.
It works as an actual thumbnail.
Yep.
It makes sense. It strokes my ego. It's brilliant. 10 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
How could it be better?
Where is that hidden Rohan anyway?
Maybe in his trousers? Or lack of trousers?
Lack of trousers? What trousers are you seeing? Right there. There it is.
Zoom in on his bit.
I can't zoom in any further.
Okay, it might be in there.
I'm happy with that. Very good. Very good.
That's enough of that. We'll do some super chats. Benji. Yay, Daddy's home. Hi, Benji.
Missed you. I did say I missed you.
I missed you too.
Yeah,
I missed all our Thursday evenings. Good fun.
I love podding with you, and I love podding with George.
Oh, that's nice.
Genuinely, it's one of my highlights. It genuinely is, and I like what I do in the day usually. So, yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. So, same. Lads, I am lucky enough to go to the Emirates for both the North London Derby and Bayern UCL matches coming up. Where are the best pubs to go to pre and post for vibes? Also, my first time in the UK. Well, welcome to the UK. Sorry about the weather. But pubs are a good place to start. People in the chat, as always with these, because we get these sometimes, please help out AT Rod. But 7 Pins, Tollington, any others? But those are like the bigger ones.
Coronet, isn't it? The Coronet. But that gets really packed though. I mean, you know me, I'm a Nando's guy before the game. I'll get to Holloway Road, Nando's, have my 4 boneless fries, have my broccoli, have my peri-peri chips. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit risky, I'll go for the mac and cheese and chips and go double carb. If I'm feeling gain season, and then the refillable beverage. Beautiful. And then just get to the game.
Yeah, I'm not really a pub pre or post game guy.
No, I'm not really.
I know. Sizway says broccoli. What is bro on? But yeah, like if you want to go to like an Arsenal pub, the Tollington, the 12 Pins, the Coronet place.
Yeah.
There's some others as well.
There's loads like near Finsbury Park.
Yeah,
around that area.
Literally any pub within a mile radius will be like an Arsenal pub. I always say, for me, if I was coming for the first time, I'd want to get off at Highbury and Islington and do that walk because that feels like a nice processional walk to the Emirates.
Yes.
I think if you get up at Arsenal, it's absolutely rammed, and you're straight in you're basically straight there.
You're too soon, isn't it? It comes at you too soon. It's like you get out and it's just there. You want to build it up. So I'd completely.
I'd also go see Highbury because you can see the outside. That's a cool thing as well, just around the corner. Yeah, it's great. Gone to the Bird says 221B Baker Street is my dream place to visit, apart from the Emirates. Yeah, I mean, Fez.
What is that?
From Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, no idea.
Oh, I saw this amazing video of this guy today who was like, my dream, and I've been saving up. I live in Peru. I used to watch on TV or whatever. It's my first time at the Emirates. I've saved for like 2 years to be here. This is my dream. And I was just like, we take it so for granted when I go now.
Honestly, like for me, it's literally get a ticket like on the Friday. It take me like an hour and 30 minutes to get there, and boom, I'm there. Like, and I do take it for granted. But what I will say is, I was really annoyed by this. So in the West Ham game, it was the first time I missed the first minute of the game. I was so annoyed because I like to see the players walk out. I like to see the vibes before everything starts. I was just there. I got in and thought, oh my God, it's already started. And yeah, that was annoying. But I do take it for granted for sure, but I still appreciate every time I'm there. Like, it's so good. It's
so good. Also, from the first couple of minutes, always the best from a tactical perspective because you can see the intentions being set. Yeah, that's right. Roham.
Yeah.
13 minutes in, we're going to get to the first item. Is this the best we have played, not results? Because I think it's best results.
Yeah.
But is this the best brand of football we've seen under Mikel Arteta? And let us know in the comments what you think.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the best brand of football. But I think right. I don't think it's the best brand of football that we've seen. However, I think the way we are winning games is incredibly sustainable, and this team has not hit its peak yet. It's not hit anywhere close to its peak. You know, this is still a team that is adapting to different players and their skill sets. I said it in the main podcast where, you know, Martin Zubimendi has started like a house on fire, but he's coming into a team and in a country in which the demands physically are as high as they have ever been. You know, granted, he's been educated in positional setups, but there's still a lot of demands there from a physical standpoint, and he's been able to pass that so far with flying colours. But again, that's a new player coming into the team, and we're still learning about Martin Zubimendi. Then you've got Eze and Gyökeres. These are two players who have not been in an environment in which they are ingrained in positional principles in terms of how we play and our methodology. Again, at Crystal Palace, it's a lot more open space. At Sporting, it's a lot more open space as well. This is in a team, an environment in which a lot of teams, and I find the discussion around set pieces and boring Arsenal really interesting, and how, like, do Arsenal force teams back? Do Arsenal force teams to play with a deeper defensive line high? I see it from the lens of, you can go with that angle. The angle I go with is teams on average defend deeper to Arsenal relative to other teams because they feel it's their best opportunity to achieve a desirable outcome. That is why they do it. Now, you can go the angle and say, well, Arsenal are forcing them to do that because they believe, that they can't match us physically. And I buy that. But I do think that, it's about what the opposition are doing. They go into that game thinking, right, I don't believe I can go there and physically outmatch Arsenal. Most teams can't. Newcastle's, Chelsea's, Liverpool's, Man City's, they'll back themselves to be the protagonists. But other teams won't do that. So that leads to these games becoming a lot more deeper defensive blocks, and the onus is on us to be the protagonists and to open the game up. And what that leads to is a game in which it becomes not as pleasing on the eye, unless you're going back to the peak Pep Guardiola days of the De Bruynes, the Bernardo Silva, the David Silvas, lock pickers, players who can play in that space in congested areas and deliver moments of magic. This team, and I think it's going to get there because of the inclusion of lots of Eze, who is a magic player. We're trying to supplement that a little bit more with what we've already built. But there's a lot of teething issues still currently in place. And that's what's really great to see, because I don't believe this Arsenal team is anywhere near its peak. And the same way we're seeing teething issues with Man City and Liverpool, we're seeing teething issues at Arsenal, but we're dealing with our teething issues in a more sustainable manner. So I don't think it's the best brand of football we've seen. I believe the best brand of football we've seen, I think 23-24 is the most sustainable way of playing the best brand. But maybe my emotional attachment to that first 19 games of 22-23 perhaps leans me a little bit to there. But ultimately, I think it's those two periods that I think you'd have a strong leg to stand on. But I don't think right now we are there yet. What do you think, Alexander?
I'll tell you. I think. Well, there's a number of threads, lots to digest there. A number of threads off that, and I want to try and remember each one I want to come to. So the first thing is about like what is beautiful football. And someone said in the comments, I'm going to plug my own video in a second, and I am. I spoke about this in the latest TDK video. The commitment to defending and what we do for each other on the field. Like for me, I completely understand it. Why a hat trick is more beautiful or a moment of skill or whatever. Like I do get it, and I think probably everyone knows that is the most beautiful brand of football. But I do think we underrate the beauty in that, and finding the beauty in how we play right now. The commitment, the passion, the buy-in, like all those things. I don't know if necessarily we are conditioned as football fans, but also as Arsenal fans, because of our historically in the Premier League with Arsene Wenger, etc., to always appreciate that side of the game in the way that it should be. And to be clear, I'm not saying necessarily, would I want us to score 5 goals every week? Of course I would. But I'm also saying that there can be a appreciation for that side of the game that I don't think is quite there in the fan base. And certainly with me, has taken me a while to get to a point where I'm like, I see it and then can compare it to other teams like Liverpool. I go, well, I can see when they're not doing that, what's happening to them. And I'm looking at like Eze tracking back and the buy-in he's got even in his first couple of months. I'm going, amazing. So that's beautiful. In terms of the sort of the style of football, is this the best that we've played? Again, best is a difficult thing.
Yeah.
I think probably it's hard to say within it a little bit, but I like my gut sense is saying 23-24. But equally, I don't know. I can't think of a team. You mentioned the Pep team with Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne and stuff.
David Silva,
David Silva.
Yeah.
I can't think of a team who can consistently play that way in this version of the Premier League. There was a interview, and I say this, and I really don't like. I want to be like literally 23 onwards, maybe. I maybe even say 24 onwards. The strides that teams like Brighton and Brentford and Sunderland and Crystal Palace and stuff have made even in that time is crazy. Tom Allen, who's the head of sports science at Arsenal, did a study in the last even in the last 5 years, let alone the years before. The last 5 years, high intensity sprints have gone up by 24%, or like they're basically the running demands have gone up by 24%. We're in an era of hyper football. Even the stuff you were just saying about Pep, that happened before that.
Yeah, have a look at that. That exemplifies your point. This is one of the studies that were previously done by the Financial Times.
But I'm not even talking about this because this goes back to 2008. I'll try and find the study I mean. Hang on. So Tom Allen did one. Sprints. Tom Allen sprints. This might be it. Evolution of running load. I'll try and find it. Hang on.
Yeah.
I've got it somewhere. I'll bring it up in a second. But basically, I'm not even talking about this because this is obviously a longer spectrum of time. I'm talking the last couple of years, how the league has changed, and I don't know whether it is possible to play the 22-23 version of things right now. Like so therefore, and I know no one's gonna like. Jamie O'Hara's not going to take that into account, and so we're not going to get our flowers for it. But that's why I say, okay, yes, I think this is the most sustainable. I think this is the most repeatable. I think this is the most like bought in that we've been. Is it the most beautiful? Maybe not. But then I have to add a caveat, and I have to say that are we able to play with that expansiveness in this version of the Premier League? And if we're not, how much has the construction of this squad been conscious? Because, you know, we spoke, and I've said this so many times about the end of 22-23 where we overcorrected. Did we? Or did we?
This goes back to my thing. Yeah.
Or did we go ahead and
anticipate what was going to happen?
And my thing is an Arsenal. I mean, my thing is like a Mikel Arteta fan. It's like, he's a genius. He's seen it all coming. I don't know. But maybe there was an anticipation that this is the way the league was going when you look at all the trends, and that we just did it a touch early.
I have always said, I might not be right in this, but I believe that Man City game has been over-indexed. That game at the Etihad, I think it's been way over-indexed. I think this idea, the 4-1 that we lost.
Okay.
I think it's been massively over-indexed. I refuse to believe that Mikel Arteta went into that game and he saw us get beat without, William Saliba and even Tomiyasu, and believed that, okay, that means I'm going to now need to incorporate greater levels of physicality to the team. I believe that was something that he was always going to look to achieve. I mean, do you remember that common picture that George always brings up about Mikel in terms of? Let me get it up. I think it's really important.
The big beast of the Premier League.
Because this was 2019 when he spoke about this. So if I get that up now, right here. So you can see here, this was back in 2019. For City or any top side, it's obviously great to have players who bring you control of the ball, control of matches. But in the Premier League, it's vital to have guys who will offer massive amounts of intensity and athletic aggression in key 1v1 moments, yada, yada, yada. But that was back in 2019, right? I believe that the manager was always going to build this team with that with that in his mind, firmly in there, because of where the game is going. I mean, let's look at it from a simple lens, right? You have better nutrition, more methods, more refined methods, more knowledge, within the medical industry in terms of how you can kind of be able to, the way that you can develop players now from an athletic and physical standpoint. That's continuing to increase. We're not hit the peak. It's going to keep going.
Can you bring up the IDMG, the thing I was just talking about? But why you're speaking?
Yeah. So like the physicality of the league. There's a really good quote from Iraola as well. I think it was last year. So he said, nothing has changed tactically from the game from when he was playing it back in 2003. There's certainly the argument of were players more technical back in the day, but the physical demands in the modern game, he said, most of those players, there's always going to be a group who will be able to sustain that level of performance back then now, but most of the players back then would not be able to cope with the demands of the game today. Yeah. It's become a lot more intense. Yeah. And the Premier League, the financial power of the Premier League, since 2002, the Premier League has always been the league in which has spent the most money on players, and that is continuing to increase. And I think this summer, the most recent summer, the closest competitors in terms of spending, the Premier League spent 66% more than them. It's the financial power of being able to bring these players in. So,
all the analysis that would have been done. So, can you bring up the thing I sent? All the analysis that would have been done on signing Declan Rice wouldn't have just been, can he help us win in 2023? It would be, can he help us win with where the league's headed? Yeah. And so this is why when we're talking about sort of beautiful football and we want a bit more open play, and I agree. By the way, I do agree. Like, I would like to see a little bit more expanse. I'd like to see maybe a touch more risk or whatever. Ultimately, we're winning, so no one's going to care. And those conversations will only reignite once we lose a game, right? But I think because of the players we have to come back, because of the options that we have, I think we will find more of that. But the question, as I'll go back to it, is, can we go back there? Can we find this utopian version, or is that not possible in this league? And this is the thing. So this is from our head of sports science, Tom Allen. This isn't like some external guy. This is the guys at Arsenal, what they're thinking. High intensity distance increased by 12% over the course of the last 5 seasons, while sprint distance increased 14%. Positionally, centre back saw the largest increase with a 16% in high intensity increase in high intensity distance and a 25% increase in sprint distance. Centre backs from 2020 to now, and actually, well, it would have been, I think it was 2024. This was released, are running a quarter as much again.
Yeah.
So you can't yes, call for Wenger ball all you want, but you have to balance that out somewhere. So when we're going to, is this the most beautiful football or whatever, I think we have to take this into account.
100%, 100. And I think this has been planned, and that's why I think, the set pieces as well. The set pieces become a lot more important because of how teams defend, and also I think it's going back to the argument of whether do Arsenal force teams back deeper, or is it just what the opposition believe is going to give them the best opportunity to win games of football and achieve desirable outcome? I think it's more towards the latter, and what that means is that the games are not going to be as pleasing on the eye. Like against Brighton, right? I know a lot of people watched that game on Arsenal fans. They enjoyed that game because it was more of an open game, because Brighton come with the intention to play. They come with the intention to play. They press man to man. Mikel spoke about it post match. And you saw a game that was a lot more free-flowing. Granted, we saw a lot of teething issues with our play in the first half, understandable with the 10 changes, but you saw a more open game because you've got a team who believe that physically they can match Arsenal. Doesn't mean that they'll beat us, but they believe that they can match us. And that is not something that was prevalent in the past. More and more teams like Bournemouth, Brighton, Aston Villa, Newcastle. These are teams who back themselves to go head-to-head against any of these teams in the division. That's not something that was common in the past. It's always the big teams against each other where you'd see those clashes, but it's...
And I also, not to fall into the trap of everything's about us because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't see the same level of quotes from other managers about other teams. I don't think, although it's very wishy-washy whether this is true or not. Gary O'Neill, Thomas Frank, Scott Parker today, Oliver Glasner, the level of respect we're shown by they're the best. They are the best. That's the way they speak about us, and it's the way they used to speak about Man City, and the way they used to speak about Klopp's teams at points. But that we are the team currently for people to kind of match and say, Oliver Glasner had a whole thing the other day. I don't think I see that about Slot and Pep as much as I certainly used to. And that will change their approach, right? That will change when they come into the Emirates, how they feel. And therefore, it will also, the knock-on effect of that is how expansive can we be against them? Because ultimately they're compact and they're doing certain things that we can't change. So, yeah, I mean, I guess to kind of round off the conversation, is this the best we played? It's probably the most sustainable. It's probably the most results-driven. It's definitely the best defensively. And it's just the out-of-possession stuff, I think, is probably the best we've ever played. Could we be more expansive? Yes, but taking in all the context that we've spoken about, the respect we're shown, the level we're showing, also considering the squad that we have right now with a cluster of forward injuries. I don't know.
Do you know also when we talk about
door? Give me 1 sec.
Absolutely. But then when we start talking about open play expected goals and the narrative of Arsenal doing really poorly in that regard. Firstly, I think it's really disingenuous analysis to compare open expected goals from Arsenal to all the other teams in the league. Why? Because every single team experiences different conditions and different ways of playing in terms of what they face. As we alluded to, Arsenal statistically play against a lot of deeper defensive lines compared to all the other teams across the division, usually. So you can't compare Arsenal's open play expected goals to a team like Bournemouth, because Bournemouth are up against different types of teams who believe that they can beat Bournemouth more than teams coming to the Emirates, for example, or Arsenal going to their ground as well. So that doesn't mean that Arsenal have optimized open play chance creation. I don't believe that, right? But I don't think so. I'd love to get your take on this. I don't believe Arsenal will ever be the best team in the league in terms of open play expected goals. I don't think that will happen. Maybe we could get there and close, but I don't think we'll be outright top season in, season out. What I do think will be top in, season out, is the other aspects of the game that are extremely important, but also don't need to be top in open play expected goals. They just need to keep improving incrementally, getting a little bit better here and there, and that will be enough. I firmly believe that. And you have froze, my friend.
I heard you though.
Yeah, you heard. But I just don't. It's my big pet peeve on this is like, so this narrative of, Pep Guardiola teams over the years, they face low blocks, right? And low blocks and deeper defensive lines aren't something new to the game. And they were able to create freely against these sides. They had those lock pickers in their teams as well. They had the Kevin De Bruyne's, they had the David Silvas. I don't think Arsenal ever get to that stage. And maybe it goes back to your point about where the league is as well. But I don't think they need to get to that, because if you get to that, then it causes a trade-off somewhere else.
And we won't get credit until they won nothing.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. They ain't won nothing until we win. It, honestly, like, and this is why I'm always on at you and George. Like, honestly, like we're never gonna get that.
I don't care. I don't care. Like,
no, as in, yeah. I'm saying to everyone, like, and people I see, not necessarily you and George specifically, but like. That's why I'm always banging on about like I see people like almost please, like you're never gonna get it.
So back in the day, I'd say like 2 years ago, I was very much there. Like I'm constantly quote tweeting, like like when you're seeing mainstream big pundits make state their opinions on it, and I'd quote them and say I challenge them because maybe naturally I did feel like I felt Arsenal deserved a little bit more of the limelight, but then as I realised. And as I got, as you mature and you learn, I came to the realization that there's always an angle to hit a team with. There always will be an angle. Exactly. Like as we mentioned on the main podcast, if Arsenal win the Premier League, I can guarantee you it will be like, oh, well, it's about time. It's about time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it will be, well, he spent $1 billion or it doesn't matter. Yeah. You'll never get the praise you do, and until probably Mikel leaves the league. And then you have a bit of distance and you start to realize, okay, what that team did, whatever. Oogie Boogie, watch the TDK. Yeah, I just realized I'm very on brand. Huel haven't asked me to do this, but when you promote stuff, they have not genuinely not asked me to do this. I'm having my vanilla Huel. It's very nice.
How many grams of protein?
In this one, because it's a 30, this feels like an ad. It genuinely isn't. 35 grams of protein in this. It's pretty good. Watch TDK bid. I love the grit and suffering. Match day 1 versus United instantly after the game. Have you guys done your Dream 11 on stream? Shout out our depth at the minute. No, let's do our Dream. I don't think we've ever done like a Dream.
What, as in like just Arsenal players, or I think we should
just
do
all time.
All time.
All time.
Let's do it.
Dream 11.
Manuel Neuer in goal.
Not for football, for vibes. I go Buffon.
I think Manuel Neuer's vibes, though. He's more vibes than Buffon.
He's too efficient for me. He's too good.
Defenders.
I hate to say it. Virgil.
Yeah, he's definitely in there for me.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. Virgil's in there.
I put Ramos in there.
Yeah, Virgil and Ramos. That's a nice centre-back pairing.
Again, if you look at vibes as well, I like Ramos.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily about who's the best defender, just who I subjectively love.
Tacticos in the chat, get off our back.
Who would I go?
Left back, I would go for. See, I've got to watch these guys for a fair amount of time. I'm not going to go back to, like the goats if I've not seen them.
I will.
Go on then.
Who would I go at left back? There's obviously there's definitely someone that I'm maybe. Oh, Marcelo. Yeah. I'd probably go. I'd probably go Dani Alves right back. That sort of. It's probably because I grew up with that sort of that ridiculous Spanish sort of dominance, but that is just imprinted on me. Those guys were obscene. Xavi and. Oh.
I'd 100% go for Xavi and I'd actually go for that entire Barca midfield.
I'd go Iniesta over Xavi. And I'd have Iniesta. I'd have Paddy V. I'm missing like a. And this is not based on actual quality, but I'd go Pirlo. I cannot tell you how much I had a Pirlo T-shirt as a kid.
Well, yeah,
I just loved him, mate.
I'm going that Barca trio. That Barca trio was so good. Up top, Big Thierry, all day long, every day of the week.
Andre Harriman-Anus. Maxwell Dowman. Eze. That's what I'd go, mate.
I'd change the centre forward for Danny Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck's cooking, mate.
Mate, Danny Welbeck. I've got some strong opinions on Danny Welbeck. I think he's
Roberto Carlos. That's a good shout.
yeah, Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, just for pure vibes. Baller. Be a decent team, wouldn't it? Bro just loves rugged Italian men with great hair. Mate, there was a brief period in like 2022 where I went to Italy like 5 times 1 year, and I was like quite close to moving.
Really?
I was like Googling how you would live there.
Have you seen all the big cities then? So you like, yeah.
Where have I been? I've been to Bologna, Rome, Milan, a place called Pesaro, a place called Polignano. Been quite a few places. Italy's just vibes.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite country to go to?
Yeah, I feel like it's where my soul lives.
Oh man, Spain's mine. I love Spain. Spain, you can go. It's summertime in Spain. It's beautiful.
Moving to Italy for the men. Pause. Mouse also asked, if you was managing a team against Arsenal tomorrow, what tactics, areas, or players would you prioritise?
So, I believe that the Newcastle way of playing is the best way to beat Arsenal. I still stand by that. I really do feel that.
Yeah.
I know we played really well, but I'm telling you now, if we play Newcastle like 5 times, it's not a walk in the park. They'd beat us a couple of times. I still think that. I just think the nature of the game and how it is, it's a tough game at St. James's Park. You have to be able to match Arsenal physically. You have to, for you to have a chance. I know how strong we are in that regard, but you must be able to hold your own against us in that.
Yeah. And I think there's a level of housery that we don't quite go to, where I think you could probably get an edge on us. Yeah. I reckon you could get in. Could you get in our heads? I'd want to test it. It's quite hard watching it because you're not there on the ground. You don't quite know the relationships and stuff. But I
think a peak Atletico Madrid team under Simeone would cause us a lot of problems. I do think that is a team that's still like, for me, mate. Last season, right, the team that I felt convincingly beat us over 2 legs wasn't PSG. It was Newcastle in the cup. I appreciate the chances that we did have. We will have chances, but I'd urge people, if you don't watch it back, but trust me, you watch that game back, those 2 legs, they deserve to win. They thoroughly deserve to beat us over 2 games.
They were better than us.
Yeah. Whereas PSG, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel I didn't come out of that thinking, oh, we had no answers. I felt against Newcastle for large periods, we had no answers.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. I would make it incredibly hard, and I wouldn't try and make them defend. I'd be like, play almost purely on the break, and just hope you get a moment where someone makes it. Because once you're in a settled block against Arsenal, there's almost nothing you can do. Yeah,
that's why Newcastle, people, look at Newcastle thinking they're a team that just sit in a low. They don't. They press. They go every single time. They'll go man to man, and that's when we go long. They go long. We go long. They go long, and it's a constant exchange. It's physically demanding, and I think that's the best way you beat us.
Yeah. ECE. I worry that even if we win trophies, the news about the Emirates rebuild in the next few years would disrupt a proper empire build. We should become a true generational club with this. Lots of love. Thanks, ECE.
Thank you. Well, we spoke about this before. I don't think we're going to be this is not going to be happening anytime soon. I think we passed upon the opportunity to host games in Euro 2028. There's a lot of planning permissions involved as well. So
yeah.
I
think it'll be a while. And I think like if we're worried about sort of empire building, Max Damon will be in his mid-20s before anything's going on, so I won't worry about it. But yeah, I think we'll do some things. Probably like when we did the bit about like the Benfica stadium. We'll probably add a few more rows and things like that before we actually do anything serious, I reckon.
But nothing that prevents us from having time away from the Emirates, though. Like, I don't think there'll be anything like that.
Josh says, could you ever see Arteta starting Eze at the 8 and Ethan at the 10? I think he'd hate the lack of control, but I'd like to see it. Before, what was the game we did that? Was it West Ham?
It wasn't Ethan, but it was Erdegaard and Eze. So
yeah.
I
can't see Eze and Ethan. But I couldn't see Odegaard and Eze before the West Ham game. So
I do believe that West Ham. So you know when we talk about optimizing open play chance creation, I think the mindset that Mikel went into that game against West Ham, he recognised that West Ham are not going to try and play through the lines against us. So if they're not going to try and play through the lines, your press is redundant. You cannot create chances via your press because they're going long. So it then becomes a game in which they're going to be in a block. You have to break them down. And in that environment, you need lock pickers. And I feel like Arteta went into that game anticipating the fact that this is how West Ham are going to behave. I'm going to throw in an extra creator to give us that extra something. Now, I appreciate the fact that he brought Zubimendi on afterwards, but he did mention how Zubimendi, gives us the quality off the ball anyway in terms of when they go long, whilst also adding the quality on the ball as well. But the fact that he went into that game with that mindset, I think, like, I wouldn't be surprised against Burnley if we saw something like that. Obviously no Odegaard, but actually maybe it'd be hard because I don't think Ethan will start. I think if Odegaard was available, I think maybe we might have seen an Eze and an Odegaard.
I think he'd much rather do it with fullbacks, which I know is like a bit of a meme. But I think he'd rather do it with like pushing Miles higher. Do you know what I mean? Than anything else. I don't know. Like I'd like to see it because it would be fun. But yeah, whether Mikel would do it is a separate thing.
Rodney Silverscreen. What's that?
That's my name.
That's the context.
Oh no, I put my real name. So there is a. How can I say this without revealing too much of? I don't need to. There's an alarm across my road that goes off every night about this time.
Really?
It's so annoying. And I've called them like 3 times. And I'm turning into a Karen. And I'm like, and I'm doing that thing of like, so you're going to sort it out? And I feel like find myself getting really like, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to call them again.
Do you know how you become a complete Karen? You got to start watching Bake Off. You got to start watching I'm a Celebrity. You got to start watching all these
describing
shows.
my girlfriend.
Mate, Bake Off. We will be there next week. It's the final on Tuesday.
Are you into Celebrity Traitors?
No.
I haven't. No one spoil it because I haven't seen either. I think is it Wednesday and Thursday. I certainly haven't seen last night's episode. I haven't seen any of the episodes this week, basically. But Celebrity Traitors.
Oh, John falls in love. Spoiler! Or is it?
He's picked up the pen. Gonny says, how much impact do you guys think a UCL would... Thank you for all the chats, by the way. I sometimes get to say thank you. It's very kind of you. How much impact do you guys think a UCL would have on our club? Would it propel us to a new level, change perception? I'm curious on the fallout. I think so. And I think it's been the easy way of writing off Arsenal. I saw what's his face? I did it. Oh, this is really bad. I did Saturday Social with him. Oh God.
What kind of fan? What kind
Man
of fan?
City fan. Luke. No, Luke. He was like asked to rank the big 6 clubs in terms of size, and he put Arsenal 5th behind Man City. Which obviously is just stupid. But his argument was they had never won anything in Europe. And I was like, actually, the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994, if we're going to go there. But,
and Interfairs Cup as well.
But if we won that, I think it propels us forward because we have such league success and dominance and we've been relevant for the last... We're relevant currently. We've been relevant historically. We were also relevant at a really specific time in the Premier League when it was becoming a popular product around the world. I don't think that should ever be underestimated, that the time we were successful is quite a... Because like Chelsea from 2004, 2012 had that pretty good... Well, until 2014, I guess, when they last won the league. No, 2017. They had sort of a certain era, but they don't quite have that same prestige because it wasn't quite that rivalry at that time when everyone was getting TV. You know, it wasn't quite that thing. It's like a moment in history. So yeah, I think it would propel us more than we care to admit. And I think once we've won it, we'll feel, okay, we can chat to Bayern and PSG and those guys.
It's the only thing you can like hit Arsenal with.
Yeah.
The Champions League. The only thing. You can be a bit more specific and say trebles, etc. But you can't hit Arsenal properly with trebles. You can hit Arsenal with the Champions League. That's something that's why Chelsea fans believe that they are the biggest club in London, which I don't agree with. If that's the your sole argument, in terms of the Champions League.
I'm sorry, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
If you live in London, or if you come to London for 2 days, and come as a neutral,
and count the number of fans,
count the Arsenal shirts, and count every other shirt. It's like 5-1.
Yeah,
we are absolutely, honestly, the trophy parade,
mate.
We will be there.
Think about it. It's in the capital.
We will be there.
It's in the capital. It's the biggest club in London. The celebrities, and they will bring their fans as well because they are there. It's gonna be, oh my god! I'm getting on a bus, on top of a bus, and we are getting on top of a bus.
We'll get a little megaphone going.
Yeah,
we'll get Anne Hathaway involved. North London forever.
Well, that was good. Very good.
TCP Live at the Trophy Parade. More than you believe. More than you believe. We haven't discussed.
You'll all be joining us.
Oh, more. We haven't discussed Brighton. We spoke about it on the instant reaction. Really, two big talking points. One is what was I saying? There's one big talking point with two parts, the youth players. What a strange way of saying that.
Very convoluted way.
very, very odd way of putting that, wasn't it? There's the one point from the two. Anything else from the game, particularly?
So me and James did a rewatch for the second half of the Brighton game.
Plug it.
Mate, all it is like, I said to James when we were recording it, you can't go too much into tactics in this game because we made 10 changes. These guys have not played with each other before. And that's why, I don't know about you, when I saw the lineup, I thought we were out. I thought, yeah, we're going out.
Yeah.
As much as I'm excited to see some of these youngsters, I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be hard. And listen, I think we should be out because the reason why I say that is because you have to look at when the team got their chances. Brighton got their chances before us. They had big chances before us. They converted a couple of those. It's a different story. But you can let that slide because of the number of changes that we made and the lack of synergy with between players. I mean, Norgard looked like he was towing a caravan for most of the game. But it's the fact that these guys haven't played a lot with each other. What we'll say, though, is individuals. Nkapie looked very good. Mosquera looked very good outside of that one hiccup in the second half. I actually do think, though, and it's not spoken about because he's in a great moment. He's doing fantastic, 30 million, etc., etc. But when Mosquera is under pressure, I mentioned this when we signed him. It's like he will always try and play it forward. He loves to take that risk, and he's confident in his ability to play it through the lines. But sometimes he doesn't get it right, and it puts other players under trouble, and it can lead to some really dangerous scenarios.
You dare critique.
So that's but he's a bit rough around the edges. I know I saw your tweet, and that's a bit. I feel like it was a bit of a stat pad tweet, was it? So, I looked at it, I thought, yeah, he's going for the stat pad, and I respect it. Yeah, it's an easy 3K. I was like, respect. But yeah, that's natural for a player of his age.
It wasn't a stat pad. It's what I felt because I thought I see that. I do see that. But I love the intent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like also, but to be clear, like. Yeah, let's be real. If other players did that, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. but he's done it. He's done it a few times in other games, and it's fine because he's still a really young player. But I think it's like it's not a skill issue. It's just a decision making issue right now as to when to play it in that space and when not to. But I mean, Max Dowman, we've got a 15-year-old who's rinsing Premier League players 1v1. Max Dowman.
Who?
Max Dowman.
Stallman.
Get out of your acting gimmick, Mr. Moneypenny.
Stallman. Rings a bell. Yeah.
Where are you going with this? Is there anything else?
No, he's just very good, isn't he? He's very good. I think he makes me feel
all sorts of ways. In terms of what?
Right.
God, no.
Pause, and pause again. He's 15.
In the footballing sense.
Right.
Oh no, you're not doing this. Chat, you're not doing this to me. You are not doing this. You are not doing this.
Right. No, he makes me feel like I'm 28 and you're 15 and you're that good at football. And it's like, we're moving past it.
Yes, we are moving past that.
It just makes me feel like not inadequate, but you're just like, he's so. I spoke to George about it on the instant reaction. He's so good out of possession as well.
Yeah. Yesterday was the first time I thought, wow, like everything else we've seen it in pre-season, we've seen it in the other games, but yeah, that was crazy in terms of the out of possession work.
Can see you reading the comments. I just see your eyes going.
I cannot believe this. Chat, you cannot dare do this to me. You cannot. I'm not reading some of these chats.
I did drop you in it. That was unfair. That was unfair. No, I mean, I don't know much more to say about him. He's like, I was on Smithy, who does Saturday Social. I was on his podcast today. Episode coming soon. And he asked me about him. And I just didn't really. Normally, I've got like loads to. I'm just like, he is brilliant. And I want to see more of him. And he's. I have nothing to critique. I was trying to find something to be like, he could work on.
Do you know what it is? For me, right? I said this to James. I think Mikel's statement that he made at Anfield was massive in terms of bringing him on. But he brought so against Leeds, the game is dead and buried, right? As much as it was a great moment, and it's still very impressive for him to bring a 15-year-old in that environment, and for him to then win the penalty that Gyökeres then converts for his second goal of the game. That's all great. But the fact that we were 1-0 down at Anfield is the dying embers of the game. There are other players you can bring on in that moment, and he brings on Max down.
And by the way, he's literally like this.
Yeah. He's like, right, yeah. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
And if you go back and look at it, like go back and watch like Wilshere when he first comes on, completely understandably, he's like, you can see him, he's like this, or like Fabregas. So you can see there's like a youthful thing about him. Downman's like better than these guys.
I wonder what he feels. I wonder how he feels though. Like he probably didn't show. I wonder, like, is he like? Must be buzzing.
Maybe, but I also I wonder if you're just too young to even process what's going on.
That could be that. There could be that. Yeah.
I didn't know what.
Does that work in his favor then? Maybe that works in his favor potentially. The fact that you don't realize the situation you are in. You're not really great. You're not really grateful for stuff at 15, right? You don't really think about those things. Yeah. You don't.
I didn't even know what shoe to put on. I'm just like, you just don't know. Do you? You're just like, I'm going to training, and my mum said I'm going to do that, so I'll go do it. You don't realize the magnitude of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this is why, I'm not trying to cap him at all, but that's why it's such a freak thing. Even Messi, right? Yeah. I was. This is how sad I am. I was on a train the other day and I read the entirety of Lionel Messi's Wikipedia.
Can't people change Wikipedia but then it it's
pretty good Wikipedia. It has to be said. I remember in IT classes when I was a kid. Who was it? Was it Mr. Sims? Was that his name? Doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't matter. They used to get really shit on Wikipedia, and I feel bad for Wikipedia because it's a good source of information.
Yes, because back then it was when you're trying to do your research for you're given an assignment.
You could change it. You could do it on, and it wouldn't even be approved.
But teachers hated when you'd reference Wikipedia, didn't they? I don't know about you, but they hated it. It's like you're getting all this material from Wikipedia. Like, oh, come on,
get out the encyclopedia. Get a bibliography. But yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, I read Messi. Even Messi had a bit of he had his moment in the sun. They had 2 seasons where he didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He's Messi. He was 16. But you know what I mean? As in it wasn't a linear, he has explosion. He was immediately in the team scoring 30 goals a season. I do worry he's so young that it's how, because we're already probably gonna have a conversation about how much do we get him in the first team, whatever. I just don't want him to burn so bright and then because you see it It's actually, I think, I would argue more common to do that.
That's why I think it's very difficult to project his pathway. Like if it's just all from a footballing sense, he's gonna hit all of his aims, right? But we believe he is this level of quality. He's gonna exceed our expectations if it's just purely from a footballing sense. Then you've got the availability. Then you've got how he develops in terms of the types of people that are around him. And I believe I'd hope, and from what we see from his dad, I think at times he's tweeted out on X. He seems to be around good people, but like there's so many times players over the years, have the talent. I'm not saying that, I think Max Dowman is an outrageous talent. I've not seen something like this, but there's been a lot of talented players of the year. They've not been able to fulfill the potential for a number of different reasons. Now, I'm not saying Max Dowman's going to fall down that path, but equally, I can't sit here and say, oh, he's going to do this, because right now there's so much uncertainty in terms of external factors that we just don't know. So
yeah, and I'm already seeing what's going on with Lamine Yamal. Like he's a child, and that has to have an impact on you. All this stuff going on and all the attention and.
Sorry to cut in, but did you see? So the recent El Clasico, and I caught the second half because our game was overlapping, the Palace game, and he didn't play well. But then it's all over social media in terms. It's literally all over. Like it's on the trending topics of Lamine Yamal having a stinker, But it's because the bar has been set that high, of what he's done already in his career. The moment you have a little bit of a dip, and that's like one game. You attacked, and then it's about how you can kind of handle that. And I'm not saying Lamine Yamal can't handle it, but there's so many things to consider. Like the moment you're the big dog, and if we believe Max Dowman is the big dog, he will soon then be entering that bracket of that conversation, that discourse of when things don't go well. And it's how you react.
Yeah, and I think it's very easy to cover it in like, mentality or whatever. But it's you can't sports psychology your way out of trauma. Like like who knows what's really going on and what and I'm not trying to put a doomer on it. What I'm saying is I don't know, but I've seen this story many times, and I can't imagine this situation is easy for a 15-year-old. That's all I'm saying. Like I even if he appears very confident, and of course he does, because everyone does when they're in the middle of it, but afterwards, I don't know. I really don't know, and I believe he has amazing people around him, and I believe he's an incredible talent, and I really, really hope for the best for him. I just hope he's being looked after, and maybe for his own sake, at times held back. Even if he is ready, even if he is the talent of the century, sometimes you have a responsibility to a child to not put him in situations where too much is expected of him, basically.
Yeah, and I actually do think Mikel is a great person for that. Isn't he? He won't be throwing him in the lines then every single week, for example. Like, and equally, I also think players like Marino, players like Rice in the background, I'd imagine they'd be very good mentors for him, which some of the chat has been alluded to. Rodney
has a point. The Great Shout by Rodney podcast. That's what this is.
Absolutely.
Can we change? How did
that Great Shout start off? By the way, I'm
just by me making great points, mate. That's what it is. Just by consistently good football takes,
consistently 10 out of 10 performances.
Just every week. Do you remember we used to do pod ratings?
Yeah, that stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, I think we should go back. I think we should go back to it.
Yeah,
Forder, if you're watching, you can give us a rating at the end.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm at like a 7.5. Doing all right.
I'll give you a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, I'd give myself a.
No, you've been cooking, mate.
A 7.
I give you a little. I also think, even from not to sort of pat ourselves on the back, but I think even us a couple of years ago, I would say we're both much better broadcasters.
But I feel like we haven't changed though in terms of our personality.
No, but it's the incremental things every week you don't notice.
Yes, but I feel like we've never had podcasts where it's awkward. And he's froze.
No.
Or
I was trying to make it awkward. That doesn't work.
Yeah, but I feel like it's we don't usually come into podcasts. Oh, we need to do this. It's a conversation.
No, keep it natural, baby. What was the word of the day? Says Ishmael.
Well, don't have a great one. So I'll give you a semi-great one. Sorry, it just felt so funny in my head.
That was funny in your head.
Yeah.
Go on, Rohan. Say instead of a great one, you'll give them a semi-great one. They'll all be really laughing, mate. Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, let me say that.
I'm such a child. I'm such a child. So, the word of the day is inundated. And it's a pretty basic one. Or maybe it's not basic. Maybe it's
Use
not.
it in a sentence.
Today, I feel inundated by the transition from summer to very much, I know it's autumn, but very much winter to me. This is very much winter now. I'm cold and I'm feeling inundated by what I'm experiencing outside and the fact that I'm going to have to wear a coat consistently now because I'm very much a t-shirt and shorts guy. Yeah. Liverpool fans are inundated by how pony their team is right now.
Oh yeah, I had a really good point. Do you want to hear it?
Go on.
So I just want everyone to feel the sort of the awkwardness. Oh mate, do you remember that? Do you remember we did that video?
Oh, for God's sake.
You did look so young. Wait,
no, don't get it up. Do not get it up.
Let me find you. You were I mean, I look young, but you look like a fetus.
A fetus, you know.
You were fetal, mate. Where was it? And yeah, I was like,
my God.
and my voice has dropped like 3 octaves. I just wanted to welcome one of the top up-and-coming tactical.
Sake. Oh, God. When was that? Was that like 4 years ago now?
Here he is.
So, dynamic superiority.
No, do not do this. I'm not listening.
Being 1 or 2 steps ahead of the game, being proactive. For example, a striker making an in-behind run and capitalising on the space that has opened up for him to attack.
You've had a glow up, bro.
He is dynamically superior.
You've had a glow up. You've had a glow up.
Oh, I'm not. I hate listening back to myself. I hate listening back to it. What did you say?
I said you've had a glow up. You look great.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
That was 3 years ago.
I wish we could delete my segment of that video.
No.
I hate it so much. Hate it.
So why was I making a video on positional play?
I remember when you messaged me about it. Because do you know what it was, Alex? I remember what it was. Because I think the Athletic had done something before, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we wanted to put our own little spin on it, and it felt like a good idea. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
It's always a good idea. Here is yeah, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect in full flow, isn't it? Here is
Ultra-crepidarians?
The ultra-crepidarianism. Oh,
Yes.
Nindo, what a lovely super chat. But I'm about to make a brilliant point.
Thank you so much, Nindo. Thank you.
We'll come to it in a sec.
Yeah.
Here's how I think I made this point in my latest video on the different knock.
Go
Sponsored
check it
by
out.
Sure. I think our forward line is missing the cooperative superiority.
Yeah. Wait,
that's what I think
really?
we're missing. Because I think the
Oh,
only pod in this team right now, like a consistent working pod, is Gabriel, Saliba, and Raya. That's there every single week, and we know it's going to be, and we know, and probably Rice alongside him. And maybe you can include Rice and Submendi, but you can't call half your team a pod. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That pod works. White, Odegaard, and Saka, that 3 was basically the only way we could attack for like 2 years. We know for a fact they talk about pods when they come off. And I would just love to see some relationships developing in the final third. And I can give you some like things that I think could work, like Eze and Gyökeres, or maybe Saka, Timber, Havertz, whatever, or like even Madueke and White could be interesting. Like I can kind of go like, oh yeah, there's the ones that I think might work. But I think that's to go to that. We also got to go to the next level in the open play or whatever it might be. I think there is something in this, like them playing with each other for a bit, because there's been so much disruption to the forward areas for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like when was the last time? I'd love to know if maybe someone look it up. When was the last time we played the same front five for like, let's say 3 games in a row?
Or same pod.
Even
Like
or the same right hand side for 3
same
games.
Same triangle, right? 23-24. That was the last time. And what happened? What happened? We saw consistent, fantastic performances down our right flank through Ben White, Ødegaard, and Saka. I think I've always mentioned this, where I don't think people realize how important game time, playing with each other for prolonged periods of time is. That's why Mikel talks about a lot in terms of continuity, and how frustrating it must be for him, in which he has a game plan, he has an idea, he has a way in which a specific area of the pitch can operate with, but then you're hampered by injuries within that specific area of the pitch. I firmly believe that continuity is one of the most important aspects of football. If you do not have continuity, you're not going to be able to develop relationships. I just don't believe that it can happen on a consistent basis. Like going back to Barcelona, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. Why are they so good with each other outside of being fantastic footballers? It's because they played a lot of games with each other. They played a lot of games with each other, and they played a lot of games with each other at Spain, because that was the starting midfield as well. You know.
Yeah, so, and we speak so much about like dynamics and selection, and if we made that run or whatever. And I get like I don't disagree, but I just think if you played, let's say, Gyökeres, Ødegaard, Saka, for argument's sake, Eze and Martinelli as a front five for 5 games in a row, I think we'd just begin to see that click. We haven't seen that. Actually, I'm going to do some numbers to look into the numbers about that, because I'd love to know.
Let's have a look. Right, so let's go through the season really quickly. Okay, let's just look at our front three for very simple way of looking at it. So against Manchester United, we started Martinelli, Gyökeres, Saka, right? In that game. Then against Leeds, we started Madueke, Gyökeres, and Saka.
Yep. So
then against Liverpool, we started Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli. Right? Against Liverpool.
I'm just going to test you.
It's
Madueke, Martinelli, Gyökeres. Yep.
Yep. And then the following game was Forest. Yeah.
Was Forest at home.
Madueke, Gyökeres, Eze. Following game, which was Man City.
Eze. Yep, different. Another change.
Against Man City.
Game was. Hang on. Have you got Athletic Club?
Yep. So it was Madueke, Gyökeres, and Eze. Actually,
okay. So that's continuity there.
And again against Man City, I believe the following game was Man City.
No, played Trossard. Gyökeres, Madueke, Trossard.
Against Athletic Bilbao.
No, yeah, against Athletic Bilbao that we played. That was the 3.
It was Madueke, Gyökeres, and Eze against.
So Madueke, Gyökeres, against Bilbao. So for 2 games in a row against Forest and Bilbao, we played the same, but then we changed it for City.
For City, it was for City, it was Trossard. Sorry, So it was Madueke, Gyökeres, and Trossard. And the following game was Port Vale, I believe. So that
Marino,
was
Saka, Martinelli.
Yeah, and then the following game against Newcastle, that was Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard.
Correct.
And then the game after that. What was the game after that?
How can you do this?
I'm enjoying this. What was the game after that?
Olympiacos.
That was Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Trossard.
Yep. So again, a change. West Ham. That
was Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard.
You bang on again, though. Another change.
Yep, another change. But this is going back to your point, isn't it?
Fulham
was Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard. So
that was the same.
Continuity. Yeah,
continuity there. So we've had 2 games, 2 sets of 2 games, basically, where we had the same front 3.
Yeah.
And then Atletico Madrid.
That was Saka, Gyökeres, and Martinelli.
Yep. So different. Palace.
That was Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard.
Correct. And against Brighton.
Yeah, Dalman, Harmon Anus, and What's his name? Eze.
Okay, I'm just going to pause on being outstanded by your nerdiness / impressed. But yeah, it's like
It changes,
just
and
a
we're not even
little
considered
bit
out
of
around that as well. We're not considered the changes that are happening
Yeah.
around that as well. So
it's just the front three, and there really is something in having some continuity. How do you remember all that?
I'll watch every game back.
You're truly an up and coming tactical analyst.
I don't want to be referred to as a tactical analyst.
What do you want to be called then?
I just want to be an Arsenal fan and who's
I just want to be me.
Yeah, right. So if I went to you, Alex, I said you are a tactical
guys.
you are a tactical analyst. Although to be fair, you've got more strings to your bow than me. But I feel tactical analyst. I've got more to bring.
Bit more personality.
I've got more to bring.
No, I'd say, what would I say you are? I'd say,
Mate, not gonna lie, I feel like I was in my hosting bag for a few weeks. I was loving it.
yeah, you should host when I'm away, I reckon.
Yeah. Chat, was I good as a host? Please.
Please tell him. Yes, you
Be
are.
honest. Be honest with your feedback. Be honest.
Nindo. Yo, I'd like to suggest a game of Arsenal squad depth chess, and you paid enough on the super chat that we're gonna have to do this, aren't we? Where one after another, you choose a squad player and form an 11 with a super sub. You could explain why you think your squad is better and run a poll. Oh, I see.
Wait.
Okay. Bakayo Saka has given us a super chat as well, which is nice. Thanks, Bakayo. We'll come to that in a second. Snob says he doesn't remember. He didn't watch it back. He didn't do the rewatch of you hosting. Should we do a rewatch of you hosting the pod?
Oh man.
Okay, right. So we're gonna build our teams.
Also,
Let me do
squad
it
depth
on-
chest.
Yeah. Can I share my screen though? You might have to go on tacticalboard.com.
Okay.
Why is this? I don't understand this. Can I share my tab? Is that sharing? Yes. Right. I can share my tab, but I can't share my screen. I don't know why. Right. The way this is going to work, and I'm not sure if this is exactly what you meant, but we'll take it in terms to have first pick, and it's basically who picks the better team, and the chat will decide. I will be red. You can be yellow. I'll let you go first in goal.
Wait, so
I
I can pick. Oh, it can only be like squad depth players.
No, I think we should pick a side, and then you get first pick, and we see who ends up.
Okay,
with
so I'll go Raya, right?
Yes, you can go for David.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. I get it now.
I'll have first pick, and we should go anywhere, by the way, in the team. I'm gonna have first pick, and I'm gonna go. Please, can I have Big Gabby?
I'm gonna go.
This might not be your game, Nindo, but I quite like this.
I'm gonna go for Declan Rice.
Big deck. LCM.
Oh yeah.
I am going to go for Mr. Bakayo Saka, please.
Okay. I'm going to go for Zubamendi. See what midfield you doing, my friend?
By the way, doesn't yeah? Who am I picking in midfield? By the way, my midfield's going to let me down here. No,
you should not go on with Gabriel. I don't think. Well, we'll keep going.
Yeah, Gabriel was a poor shout, wasn't it?
I've got so many.
What number is Zubamendi? 31.
31. Yeah. No, is it 36?
36. That's what he is. I always forget. Can I have Martin Odegaard?
Yeah, sure. Of course you can.
Thanks, mate.
I'll have Eze.
Okay, where are you having him?
Right centre mid.
Right. I mean, it's not a bad midfield, is it? I will have.
I don't know who you're playing.
Who am I having DM? Oh, I've messed this up. Do you know what? I'm doubling down. I'll have William Saliba, please.
Yeah, cool. I will have Ricardo Calafiori.
At left back.
Yeah, for now. See how it goes.
Okay. No, that's Miles.
Oh, I like this game. It's good.
This is good. I'm going to go for. I do have to have a but you're not going to pick another midfielder. I'm going to go with Miles in midfield. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I'm going to go for Havertz.
Up top.
Yep.
I'm going to go for... Well, you're not going to pick Gyökeres, so I'm going to be tactical here. Timber.
That's cool. I'll go for Martinelli.
Nice. These are shaping up. I don't know who's going to win this now. I think I've pulled it back slightly.
You think?
Slightly, yeah. I'm going to go for Nkapie. Right, I'm objectively going to have a better defense than you, just to be clear.
Oh, have you done me here? Have you done me here?
Might have done.
No, I've done
Chat,
me
who's
here.
winning?
Hold
Chat, who's
on.
winning?
I think I'm struggling a bit now because I'm okay. Let's get mascara. Give me mascara. Oh yeah, get mascara in.
Okay, right or left?
I don't know who's going to play on the left right now. Put mascara. Just put it
Just
there.
stick him in. Mascara.
Oh no! I think you.
I'm going to go for Leandro Trossard.
What have I done? What have I done? I think you snookered me at the back. Wait, unless I'm forgetting a defense.
I mean, there is quite a big defender I think you're missing.
Yeah, Ben White.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I know I've got Ben White, and that's going to happen. But who's going to play on the left? Am I missing?
You might have to drop Rice back. No, you're not. No, this is the draft, mate.
Yeah,
come on.
Put Ben White in. Put Ben White in for now.
Stick Ben White in. Ben White. I will go for.
Yeah, I've got my.
Do you know what? I'm going to go Miles at 6, Marino.
Yeah, I think I'm sorted. Now.
Okay,
I'm going to
go
go for. Madueke. And I'm going 3-4-3.
I will go VG. I'm pretty happy with that team. I could have crowd pleased and gone Dalman in the midfield and put Miles or something, but that's not that to me. Okay, who's your right back?
Like I said, if you can position my team accordingly, please, sir. I'll have Ben White on the outside of the back three.
You're a 3. No, you can't. Oh, come on.
What? How else am I going to do it?
Okay, you're having a 3-4-3.
Yeah, I've got Rice and Zubimendi.
Okay.
What have I done here? Am I missing a player?
Yeah, you got one player left.
Okay, can I have Martinelli at yeah, can I have Martinelli at left wing back, please? And can I have
You've got Martinelli at left wing back.
Yeah.
So who are you having in the 2?
Bear with me as I think through this.
Right. Chat.
Okay, right.
Cook him.
Madueke is going left wing back. No, actually, no. Just put Trossard there. Just put Trossard.
I've got Trossard.
Man. Oh, you got Trossard. Oh, that changes things.
Chat is cooked.
Yeah, I'll put Ethan in. I'll put Ethan in, and I'll swap Eze and Ethan. Oh, man, why didn't I just think? I went to. I had this on lock.
Do you know what I will say? Your team is incredibly fun. That is a fun team. But I think my team
Hold on a second. That midfield is notwithstanding what I've got here. That's not.
What do you mean?
That Miles, Marino, and Erdegaard. That's not doing it. You got Gabriel.
Miles, Marino, and Erdegaard.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to put a poll. I'm going to poll in the chat. Who are we saying? Who wins that? And it's in the system. To be clear, Arsenal now playing a 3-4-3 in the system that Rohan's come
No,
up
forget about that nonsense. We're not doing Tactico.
No,
Tactico stuff.
Oh, suddenly the tactics don't matter, do they?
Tactics.
Oh, no. In this context, the tactics don't matter.
Why?
I am playing the system we play. Rohan's playing an entirely new
Well,
system.
my back
Who
three
wins?
is solid. My two midfield are solid. It's just stuff happening around that's a little bit rough around the edges.
Right, the poll is
I still think I've won this.
in the chat.
You are so
Whose
lucky I didn't pick
Team
Hincapié.
wins.
I picked Hincapié, it would have been over. It would have been over.
It probably would have.
It's close
you-
now. I think it's close now. Yeah.
You secure that. I think my team wins on. So yeah, someone just said it in the chat. I think our team wins on set pieces. I just don't think you can score against me.
I think I've messed it up a bit. I'll be honest. I think if I picked Hincapié, I think I would have won this outright.
Oh, it's 51-49.
Yeah, I buy that. I think, yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, I think I'm moving like Amarin actually.
I've got a Timber, Odegaard, Saka right hand side, and Hincapié, Trossard, Mourinho left hand side, which I think is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Big Gabby Saliba.
Mate, I should have done this because Madueke, you weren't going to pick Madueke because you picked Saka. Man, what was I doing?
I'll be so real. I forgot about Madueke. I might have put Saka on the left. I think I've got a functional team. I think you've got a fun team. That's what I'd say.
Oh, mate, I was so close on that being clear as day.
I'm gonna end the poll.
Oh yeah.
In 10.
Okay.
9. No, you're currently winning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rohan.
Yep.
With a total vote of 77, you win 53% to my 47%. That is very close. I think people have been taken in by how fun your team is.
Do you know what it is? I think you're right. I think your team is better. I think it's better.
Oh, let's not think about tactics.
But stop the count. Stop the count.
Stop the count. Hi, Bakayo. Hi, boys. Alex, how's the play going? How did the show goes last week? Thanks for asking. It was good. We did a show. Actually, the poster is here. We did a show at the Cockpit Theatre called The Shocking Truth About Flat Earth. It was a workshop version of a musical I've written about a woman who believes the Earth is flat.
Ooh. How many times did you perform then?
They did. Oh, I'm going to knock that over. They did 3 shows. So I wrote and directed it. They did 3 performances. It was very good. And we're having chats about sort of where it goes next. So like producers and stuff.
That's your passion, isn't it? That's your passion.
I mean, this is my passion, but like I've always wanted to write stuff. And yeah, just while I'm, having fun doing this.
Let's do a play together. Let's do a play.
Yeah. Do you want to audition? Why don't you audition for me? Ready? We'll do the scenario.
No, we're not. Okay, go on. No, actually, no. I'll be awful.
Hi, Rohan. I'm Alex. I'm the director. Lovely to meet you.
Hello. How are you?
So what have you got to sing for us today?
No, we're not doing this.
What piece of dialogue would you like to do?
I've got nothing.
This is like when we had that guy doing Josh Kroenke on the pod, and you had you literally could not do it.
There's too many people to be watching. They make an absolute fool out of stuff.
There are days. I sometimes wonder when that Josh Kroenke thing happened. I was like, if I just left you two on your own to deal with that.
I think he would be presenting. He would be presenting that. I tell you. But now, do you know what it is? It's like now I've experienced that experience. I'll be better equipped next time. Experience that experience.
You're gonna be the host now, mate.
No, I'm not. You are.
You're gonna take over. Josh says you got magic in you, Rohan. I can see it.
Oh, thank you. I reckon behind the scenes I could cook, but just give me like away.
You need to believe in yourself.
Away from the cameras.
You also, there's no right answer. It's believing that whatever comes out of your mouth is special. Wharton.
Belaber's head's not there, is it?
Actually, quite comfortable at the minute. Certainly, it's quite comfortably Wharton.
Do you know who I've really liked this season? I've put myself in that fan club. Elliot Anderson.
I haven't watched. I've seen like 2 halves of him.
I've watched him.
And one was for England.
Think
Good.
Seriously good. Yeah.
Okay.
All action, like all action, all face type player.
He was very involved when I watched him.
Yeah.
But then I always get red flags with those players because I'm like,
What
if
is that?
you're always in.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, it's no. Well, it's that.
No.
It's like, why do you need to be involved all the time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, does the
I do
game
think
have to run?
I do think with Belaber, there's perhaps a bit of recency bias that's going against him. I don't think his head's there. I mean, that's maybe unfair for me to assume, but
Belaber's a top. Belaber's a top player. Like, let's be absolutely clear.
Yeah.
But I just think Adam Wharton is the truth, mate.
Yeah. Physically, though, I think now. Yeah, for sure.
When you can release a ball like that, when you can, he's got that standing still thing.
Yeah. I actually did think his execution was a bit off at the Emirates, though. There was a few times where he overhit it, which was
21.
Yeah.
He's 21. He's so calm. And he's really diligent out of possession.
And what's the lesson learned?
So smooth with it.
The lesson learned is there's a lot of talent in the championship.
Wow. We really learned something this evening, didn't we? Didn't we, chaps and ladies? Let's finish with some questions. Your questions. You.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock, which means
you at home.
It's time
Ask
to
us
leave.
your questions. Yeah?
Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Have you enjoyed being back, Alexander?
I have. I've enjoyed doing. I didn't do. Oh no, this is my first time back on TCP Live for.
Yeah, I had 2 episodes with my boy James.
Sorry,
James. James is a good lad.
James is a good lad. Both the James are good lads.
Absolutely.
I forgot about someone put about AFCON. I forgot about AFCON.
Doesn't really affect us.
Hey Alex, care to show a photo of yourself without a beard? I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Just go to his old videos.
Why did you stop talking about love and relationships? I want more of that, less of the tippy-tappy football stuff. I think mainly because I'm in a relationship. So we stopped talking about it. We feel a little bit
Absolutely
odd to be talking about dating when I have a girlfriend.
Exactly. Precisely.
I'm going to marry.
Oh,
I haven't proposed, but
love that. Go on, Alex.
Thanks, guys. Second half of Bakayo's super chat. Oh, sorry, Bakayo. Oh, I'm sorry, Bakayo. I completely missed that. That is my bad. I just read the bit about me. I went, oh yeah. Enough to talk about me. Thank you so much. Does a bit of you feel bittersweet that if we win a trophy, the rebuild chapter is somewhat over, if that makes sense? I do think it'll be fascinating because we've had such a clear North Star for so long.
Mm-hmm.
How things will change. I think there'll be a bit of a I don't know. I think certain patience with certain players will run thin. I think certain players will be viewed differently. I think there might be dynamics will shift.
Maybe certain players might feel that they now need that next challenge in their life as well.
Possibly. People like I don't know, but my guess would be people like Saka might start being like not agitate for a lead, but just like he might be not less nice, but more sort of I'm the star of this team.
What I will say is I don't care about the the bittersweet stuff. I just want the trophies. Give me the trophies.
Yeah, but it's all we'll have the day, we'll have the trophy parade and it'll be amazing. But then we'll be sat here on a pod going, so next year it's always.
But I'm still then looking at the next step, and I'm looking at how he evolved again. Like it doesn't end for me. Like the journey doesn't end. It becomes a different path that you follow.
Can you then be present? Can you ever really enjoy the moment?
Absolutely.
Can you exist in
Listen, yeah.
The never-ending. Go on.
Listen, I love doing pods, right? But last season was painful because every single time I came on the main pod, we had injuries, we were dropping points, and people were demanding different answers. And I'm like, it's the same answer. It's the same. I'm sorry. I know it's repetitive. It's the same answer. It's the
and
same.
then you end up like over-indexing, and I think I did like end up over-indexing certain things that happen when it's like actually realistically if you had the squad available.
Like obviously, there's always things that we can improve on. We discussed that, but the preeminent driver, as we always say, was the injuries. We all agreed to that in that pod that we did in terms of what were the biggest obstacles, what were the defining moments of the season, and we all said injuries were top because they were, they absolutely were, you know. So yeah, hold that honest lot. That's what I want to say because he was. Although I will say this, right? Maybe we could end on this, right? I actually don't think a lot of his interviews have been that bad. What's happened is clips have gone out that have made him look a lot worse than. And I think you say this a lot in terms of you got to listen to the whole thing. And
did you just say maked?
Did I?
Possibly.
Maybe let's ignore I did that though. If I did.
It's fine if you did.
But I don't think he's been completely irrational in a lot of his assessment. Although there are certain things that he has said that are questionable. But it goes back to the point of right when you're in a good moment, like last season, it was nice and easy for Honest Lot in terms of how you approach the media, how you talk, because you're winning games of football. So it's very easy to be rational, and it's very easy to be portrayed as this person who says all the right things. The moment you are under stress, you display irrational behavior. It doesn't matter in whatever context, whether it's at work, whether it's, like I said, in a really high-pressured environment in football, especially when you're talking immediately after a game as well, in which you've not been able to collect your thoughts properly, you're going to say irrational stuff because it's human nature. It's human nature. Like, we're not programmed to be rational at all times, you know. And that's what happens. You get clipped up. You say certain things that you don't believe because you're under pressure. It's totally normal. Like I really believe like some of the stuff he said. It's obviously we banter it, etc. But a lot of the stuff he has said is not outright wrong. It's just
tell me why. Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Can we?
You're very good.
Why? Dan G says, Alex, did you see James and Rohan's shocking performance with squad numbers last week?
It was last week was carnage. You had two people who can't do squad numbers, and we were using the tactics board. It was building like so in the context of a Champions League final. You pick your starting 11, and then you pick your bench. Given the fact that there's going to be a lot of players that will miss out,
right?
You know, so and so the chat were like, "Oh my god, I have squad numbers in them." So that's where me and James we were. Finished.
Why are you having to go at the chat when it's your responsibility?
Sorry, chat.
See that you tried to like little sneak diss at you guys.
A little sneaky one. Sorry, but
that was a little sneak diss. Ooh.
But basically, I did. Well, one of us needed you because I feel like your squad number game is better. Like my squad number game is awful. Like, I didn't even know William Saliba's at one point.
Well, that's all I am. Comic relief and squad numbers. Rohan Pawar, or maybe Rowan Pawar. Thoughts on the upcoming Bayern game?
It's going to be good, isn't it? Can't wait.
I'm very excited. I think they're possibly, alongside Barca, the best attack in the league, in the world right now.
I think they're the best performing team right now in the world.
So it'll be good, and I think we'll match them. And I think it'll be a very tight game. I think it'll be a really good game. I'm going to be there. I'm very excited.
So Bayern Munich are going to play the way that is the way to beat Arsenal. So
they're going to run.
It'll be a
and also challenge. Balls from deep from Harry Kane. I've watched some comps of Harry Kane recently. I've never seen him dropping. He drops deep normally. He is dropping like he's on like the D.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Harold Kane. It'll be a good game. I love the fact that it'll be. I mean, I feel like we will overcome the Slavia Prague test next week, even without Zubamendi. So then we're looking at it. We're going into that game with 4 wins on the bounce. There's no real pressure on that game against Bayern Munich. It's a game in which we can just like it's a contest between two of the top sides in Europe. So, yeah.
Oh, all of you say dropping deep on the D. I'll grow
I
up.
was thinking that as well.
I would never make that joke.
I
I'd
was
never make that joke. All of you are so immature. I'd never even think about that. Final one from Alejandro. Baleba and Wharton pivot would feed generations. If United get that, they would be dangerous. Lucky thing, they're not going to get it. No chance. I think that the time for United just swooping in and getting players is gone. So, yep.
What we'll say, though, is United playing better.
My feeling is we are better, but we are not the best. So we can always improve.
Very good.
That's my
Yeah,
Ruben Amorim.
Ruben Amorim.
Ruben.
What is the capital of Portugal?
Lisbon.
Good lad.
Next.
No, you got to throw one at me now.
Capital of France.
Paris. Capital of Colombia.
I know this.
Begins with
Medellin.
B. Chat, do not. Sorry.
Medellin.
No, Bogota.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I was thinking of Narcos. Right, that's it. Thank you, team. You are lovely, all of you. Thank you all for your very generous super chats. Thanks for joining us every Thursday on TCP Live, even when James and Rohan can't think of squad numbers. God, idiots. Thank you, Bakayo. I hope this is you. If it is you, Bakayo, can I just say something? I literally love you. Like it's not like I love Bakayo. I love you. And I
just remember, Bukai. He'd play you at left back.
Left wing back. Thank you. Ford is going to give us some ratings before we go.
Lovely stuff.
It is. I'll pass the phone to Mikkel to confirm. Hi guys, it's me, Mikkel. Well, you are funny at least, Bukai. That's good.
Absolutely fine.
Ford, we need the ratings, mate. Come on. Please let me go. I'm also going to play. So Forda has sent me a video that I should have played. Apparently, at the top of the thing.
You got a 9, Alexander.
I got a 9. High thumbnail rating. Open up about love. Impressions on point. See, that's all I am. And guarantee Rohan's will be really good analysis. Good thoughts.
But I don't want that all the time. I want the vibes. I'd rather be the vibes person.
My girlfriend is aware that I'm in love with Saka. Alex is a solid 7.5. Wait, what are we talking about? Do we need Rohan's rating before we close?
Oh, it's going to be apprentice time.
Rohan, 8. Word of the day was lacking. Great team in the draft. Made things awkward. Innuendos. There you go.
That's fair. I respect it.
We'll finish. And by the way, I'm trusting Forda so much. I literally have not watched this. I've just loaded this into the thing.
Yeah,
it's a minute and 41 seconds long. I don't know what it is. You don't have to watch it. You could just end the stream. Love you, Rohan.
Love you.
Thanks, team, for being here. The better team. Oh, sorry, I was just reading something. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you all for being here. Thanks so much for watching. And thanks, as always, for keeping Arsenal. I don't know what this is.
Thousands of football fans came to Highbury. This was one kind of queue the ladies thoroughly enjoyed.
Electrifying. Ferocious.